continuing our exploration of the 8 short preludes and fugues, of which today we've reached number 5, the G major one. We've said before that these preludes and fugues are in a very wide, almost bewilderingly wide range of styles. This one exemplifies in some ways the North German, North European, in fact, rhapsodic style. We see that in the first 5 bars, which are obviously designed for the Hauptwerk, the main manual, and which are chordal and solid, and which then lead into an entirely different section, which is evidently designed for another manual, an Oberwerk perhaps, or even a Rückpositiv, which has faster, brighter figuration, although again in a slightly Buxtehude style in places, slightly rhapsodic. And that leads then into a pedal solo, which was a favorite element of the North European style, before a quick coda and then the fugue. So these different sections exemplify in a way different parts of the instrument and are a very typical Buxtehude style way of writing. We notice that the prelude, the whole prelude, is very firmly rooted in the key of G major. It establishes that very unambiguously as the home key. And if we look at the first 5 bars, those chordal bars, although they end on a dominant chord, it is very plainly a dominant chord. It's no surprise when it leads back into the G major again for the figuration. It's again very, very firmly rooted in the key of G. We notice that there are some preludes in the North European tradition that contain just bars of chords, bare chords, and they seem so incredibly boring, like this bit of Bruns here, for example. You wonder what on earth the composer was thinking of to just write these simple diatonic chords. What can you do with them? And the answer, I think, is that the performer was expected to improvise figuration rather in the style of these first 5 bars. So if we don't do anything else with them, we can use these first 5 bars as a kind of pattern, as a kind of example of what you can do with a set of diatonic chords. The fugue subject is quite fun in that it's displaced by a beat. That is to say, the beat effectively is on the 2nd and the 4th beats of the bar. And that means that in bars 6 and 10, where we suddenly get back to a normal metrical arrangement, it comes across as a sudden shift in reality. That's one of those moments where we think that perhaps the composer of this fugue was a more than average composer with a sense of humour, even though there are a few slightly bumpy bits which obviously Bach couldn't have perpetrated. But on the whole, this is a really great piece. The trill in the penultimate note of the fugue subject is obviously not just an invitation, but an expectation that we will repeat it on each recurrence of the fugue subject. So it's only notated a couple of times, but the trill really should be there throughout.